Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and I love that I get to spend this hour coaching and teaching and guiding you to truly living a full, optimum, healthy life. Our topic is going to be somewhat controversial. I want to say this because so many people still today believe the old mantra that fat and cholesterol are bad, that you should avoid it as much as humanly possible, and that if you eat a high-fat diet, you're going to get fat, and you may actually clog your arteries and get heart disease. So today, I'm talking about the top 11 fats for healing that have scientifically been shown to help you reduce your cholesterols, clean out your arteries, get your energy back, lower your blood sugars, fight inflammation. I call them healing fats because they can do just that. They can help your body to heal. And because it's fat, we have to talk a lot about the programming that you have inside of your brain, where a lot of you still think, oh, no. I don't want to eat a lot of fat. If I eat a lot of fat, I'm going to get fat or I'm going to clog my arteries. Yet the research is evident that doesn't happen and you can heal yourself. I also want to take a quick opportunity. We had such an incredible response last week to me saying, hey, if you want to hop on a webinar of mine, text now your information. So listen to this. On the 13th, which is about, I think it's 2 weeks away from today, if I'm doing the math right. Yes, exactly 2 Saturdays from today. I'm hosting a custom-specific health webinar. Okay, if you have an issue that you're dealing with your health and you want to solve it, whatever it is, pick up your phone, text this number, 704-906-2094, so that we can expedite your registrations. Please send your first and last name and your email address when you send the text. So it's all you have to do. You just go 704-906-2094. I'll give you an example. Dr. Aaron Ernst, my email, draaron@askdrernst.com, send, and I automatically just registered myself. What are we going to be talking about? The big players. Why can't I lose weight? What's going on with my heart? Blood pressure, cholesterol, sugars, triglycerides, diabetes, psoriasis, eczema, whatever. If you have a health condition that you're taking a medication for and you want to, for good, fix it, and you want to become your own doctor, now's the opportunity. It's at 10 a.m. on the 13th of March, which is a Saturday, and it's absolutely free. I just need to know, do you want me to investigate a little deeper into your health? We're going to send you a survey. You're going to tell me what's going on, what kind of medications you're taking, etc. And then I'm going to build some specific information for you that will be on the webinar, and I'll show you how to solve your health issues. And again, that's 704-906-2094. Text it, name, first, last, email. You can also call if you want. I have a beautiful call center. They'll pick up and chat with you and get all the information that you need. Okay, so now that we've got some pleasantries out of the way, don't forget also we're live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. All you have to do is use the handle Ask Dr. Ernst. That's AskDrErnst. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty. Top 11 fats for healing. The truth is, like everything else, there's good and bad in results of fats. And so many of you have been living this lie that got implanted into your brain either through your mom or your mom's mom or someone that said eating cholesterol and fat is going to make you sick and give you heart disease and make you fat. Well, the recent research is now actually pointing out not the case if you eat healthy, healing fats. So today during this show, I'm going to help you digest how do you determine if a fat is healthy or toxic? How do you know if it's one that's going to clean your arteries or clog them? And I'm going to give you the honest truth here. The best dietary change you can make isn't so much about what diet should you eat. Should I go keto or paleo or Atkins or whatever, CERT? That doesn't really matter. The most important thing you can do is give yourself an oil change. Change the oils you eat. Change the fats you eat, and you can drastically improve your health. I'm talking about weight loss, energy rebound, numbers being reset, and you can let these healing fats heal you. There's 11 of them, so we got a lot to talk about. Also, my webinar, again, is on the 13th of this up-and-coming month, 10 a.m. in the comfort of your home. If you're taking a medication and you want to heal from something, 704-906-2094. If your doctor gave you a recommendation and you don't know what to do, 704-906-2094. If you've been doing everything right but getting bad results, text the number. Let's see you in 2 weeks. And stick around because the 11 healing fats are right on this way. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. We'll be right back.
Ever been to the beach and you want to bottle up the feeling of relaxation and take it home with you? Lake Norman Salt Spa offers just that. In just one 30-minute session, you are immersed in a climate-controlled salt room with pure pharmaceutical-grade mineral salt, similar to sea salt. One 30-minute session is like going to the beach for the entire day. You not only receive the anti-aging benefits of the salt like you would at the beach, but you're also benefiting from recharging your body's natural battery. The standard American lifestyle exposes you to toxins and stress, which drains your battery, accelerating the aging process and developing disease. You can recharge your battery by surrounding yourself in an environment that is negatively charged, like mineral salt. The more negative ions in your system, the better you feel, and most importantly, the better you heal. On top of all these amazing benefits, the therapy is done in a completely sterile environment. Call the Lake Norman Salt Spa today for 50% off your first session. Call 704-997-5890. That's 704-997-5890.
Sterling believes in the science of CBD. Here's 3 great reasons to choose Sterling CBD. Reason number 1, Sterling is pure CBD. Sterling CBD is made from pure CBD isolate. We remove all the THC and unnecessary compounds, leaving only pure CBD. Reason number 2, backed by science. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has approved CBD for U.S. Olympic athletes, but they only approve pure CBD, like Sterling CBD. Reason number 3, our organic hemp is FDA approved. At Sterling CBD, we quality control test at every manufacturing stage. We start with organic hemp plants and track them to our FDA-registered food-grade extraction facility. Our pure CBD products include capsules, isolates, lotions, and oils. We even have CBD pet products. You can find Sterling CBD at drernstscbd.com. Use the coupon code Dr. Ernst for 20% off your order.
People are the heart of Jordan Essentials, and our products are the cornerstone. 100% of the population needs skincare in some shape or form, and of course there's a lot to choose from. So what makes Jordan Essentials different? We often like to say it's what we don't put in our products. We avoid harmful chemicals and pack our products with natural, botanical, beneficial solutions for you and your family.
How come there are people who drink a pint of whiskey a day for 20, 30 years, and at the end of it only 20 or 30% become cirrhotic? What happened to the others? And we speculated, we hypothesized, it's the enzyme, alcoholic dehydrogenase made by the stomach. Maybe it's different, maybe it's genes, maybe it's polymorphism. Mm-hmm. The answer appears to be coffee. If you drink that much alcohol and drink 1 cup of regular coffee a day, 20% reduction in alcoholic cirrhosis risk, 2 cups 40%, 4 cups 80%. It's not a license to drink heavily.
Right.
And drink coffee and protect your liver. You could still get Korsakoff psychosis, cardiomyopathy, pancreatitis, kill people on the road, ruin your marriage, but it does protect the liver. It's pretty amazing.
Here's a secret your grocery store does not want you to know. At ThriveMarket.com, get up to 50% off all your organic groceries, delivered to your door for free. Shop organic, non-GMO, gluten-free, and paleo. And get a free jar of coconut oil. Thrive Market. Wholesome products, wholesale prices. Get your free coconut oil today only at ThriveMarket.com.
Welcome back. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. My name is Dr. Aaron Ernst. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. We have an interesting topic. It's the top 11 fats that can help you to heal. And I talked at the top of the hour about how so many of us have had this bad idea behind fat. Fat makes you fat makes you sick, fat makes you have heart disease, you name it. And I want to spend a little bit of time on where did that misconception come from? And unfortunately today, the research is actually out showing, no, there are exceptionally healthy fats. And if you live in this idea that I need to go low fat for my diet to be healthy, you're missing the most powerful healing you can get from these healthy fats. So I want to talk to you about this. In the 1960s, there was a study done by Harvard researchers where they were trying to discover what is it that's causing this supposed spike in heart disease and obesity and diabetes. And so these Harvard researchers got together and they analyzed diet, and they found out, believe it or not, that it wasn't fat that caused heart disease. It wasn't fat or cholesterol consumption that caused clogged arteries or even obesity. It was sugar. Well, the sugar industry got wind of this study and basically paid these researchers off, saying, just do one thing, please. Take sugar and switch it to fat. And so fat got the bad rap because of this one study done back in the 1960s. And then there was this physician who was trying to, again, investigate what's causing all this heart disease. Dr. Ansel Keys had a correlation between if you had a heart attack, they saw high amounts of cholesterol in your blood, and they said, therefore, that must be the cause of these heart attacks. Well, then the Harvard study came out 10 years later and supposedly confirmed it by saying, yes, it is the fats that cause the heart disease. But again, remember, the American Sugar Association paid off these researchers in the 1960s. And here we are decades later, and media and public health and food industry and even your physicians are still touting the healthiest diet for you is low fat, when in fact, it's a low carb, high fat diet. There was also a tremendous amount of corporate influence. You have to remember, the American Heart Association is a secondary sort of private company, and they need funding and they need research and everything else. So a lot of the food corporations that produce these low-fat, high-carbohydrate foods pay the American Heart Association. So can you imagine if your product is a low-fat, high-carb food product, and all of a sudden new research came out and said, hey, it's low-fat, high-carb that causes heart disease. All of the spending towards these food products would diminish, and these mega corporations, and you know who I'm talking about, right? The cereal companies and the processed companies and the bread companies and all of them, General Mills, Kellogg's, all these huge corporations would be shut out. So I'm going to share with you some secrets and some research about fat that hopefully breaks your mindset and helps you to actually think incorporating these 11 fats are going to be the healthiest thing you can do. Did you know recently, in as little as, I think it was about 2017, Lancet, which is a medical journal, published an article where they showed that high carbohydrate intake was associated with increased risks of heart disease, mortality, stroke, and also diabetes. There was, according to the study, listen to this, I'm quoting, no observant, evident, detrimental impact that fat intake had on cardiovascular disease. So in essence, this 2017 study says everything you think about eating fat and causing heart disease is all not true. What is the amount of carbohydrates you consume. In 2017, another study was done that found that ketogenic diets, high fat, low carb, actually promoted heart health and diminished cholesterol plaquing found in arteries and also lowered cholesterol responses. Yet again, another study done that same year, 2017, had women who went through a low carbohydrate compared to low fat diet, and those who did the low carbohydrate diet had reduction in inflammation, had better blood sugar levels, had reduced triglyceride responses on their blood tests, had improved cholesterol levels, and higher HDL levels than those that ate low fat. So the thing is this, here we are in 2020. It's been, many, many, many years since the initial studies have been done where we vilified fat as bad. And when I'm talking to you about these healing fats, you have to be sure you understand there are still what are called labeled negative fats or toxic fats. So how do we discover the healthy ones? Okay, it's quite simple. If they are found in non-animal fat products that are food-based but naturally fatty, avocados, nuts, seeds, coconuts, their milks and their oils, olives, etc., these plants that have high amounts of fats in them, those fall in the category of healthy healing fats. Now, there's a lot of debate over what about animal fats? Surely the saturated fats from those steaks are causing my heart attacks. Well, as we've discovered, it's not the steaks and it's not the fat that's doing it. It's the type of fat in the steak. So if those cows are eating corn, or if the chickens are eating grains, or if the fish are being fed pellets, their fats have turned into a higher animal saturated fat that is very dangerous. So if you focus on grass-fed meat products, wild-caught fish, free-range and or pasture-raised eggs and or dairy products, you can find that those fats actually help to lead to a healing component. So what are these top 11 healthy fats? Okay, and I'm putting them in an order that I think you should focus on daily. The number one strongest, healthiest healing fat is avocado oil. For multiple reasons, but first of all, because you can cook with this and it can replace all of your classic cooking oils. So if you use olive oil or canola or vegetable oils, etc., the first thing you should do is give your kitchen an oil change, switch to avocado oil, and cook everything in that. Your eggs, your sauteed vegetables, anything you would naturally heat up on a pan and cook, avocado oil instead. It is extremely rich in something called monounsaturated fatty acids, or MUFAs. Sounds weird, but guess what? The research shows there's a tremendous amount of vitamin E, and actually it's been shown to boost your immune response, create anti-aging, and here's the thing. Avocados and avocado oils are extremely high in phytonutrients and phytoesterols that help to balance your cholesterol and your blood sugars and even your energy. One of the easiest things you can do is just simply switch it. The nice thing is it doesn't have a direct avocado taste. So some people say, well, I don't really like the way avocados taste, so should I do avocado oil? You're going to have all the bang for the buck in the oils without the taste. It is full of various phytonutrients again, and it's a great source of certain B vitamins, and it carries a high amount of vitamin E, which is essential for antioxidants. The second and by far most healing oil is going to make you hopefully say, yes, finally, butter. And listen, we're all familiar with the idea that butter's been gotten a bad rap for the last 50 to 100 years. But when you use butter that comes from a grass-fed source, it is exceptionally high in both the omega-3 fatty acids and conjugated linoleic acids and vitamins A and E, and it's a great oil for cooking in. But note, I do want to make this little caution. Unlike avocado oil, butter can only handle up to about 250 degrees. So once you see it start to brown, then it's no longer a healthy fat. So we want to keep your butter consumption and the butter use to low temperature settings, so either raw, directly as a fat bomb, or on low to medium low heats if you're cooking things like eggs or sauteing, etc. The other thing about butter is that it has this component called butyric acid, which actually helps to seal and heal your intestines. And there are studies finding out that people who switch from conventional corn-fed butter over to grass-fed butter have better reactions in their gut, better conversions of their hormones, and also they tend to have a sealed microbiome. The third oil is a very powerful one, and it's coconut oil. Look, I've done entire shows about coconut oil, but it's a medium-chain triglyceride that helps to boost ketone bodies. It's naturally anti-inflammatory. It also kills viruses and bacteria. And the unique thing about coconut oil is that you can cook with it at very high temperatures, just like avocado oil. One of the best things you can ever do is simply start taking at least a tablespoon of coconut oil on a daily basis, partly for its effects with natural cleansing. It is an antiparasitic, it is antiviral, it is antibacterial, it's even antifungal. So if you were to simply just eat a tablespoon of coconut oil on a regular basis, it helps to boost your immune response, and it is a major anti-inflammatory. I want to talk briefly, I've got 11 of them, right? So we're going hot and heavy. You can do it. Trust me, you can do this. Olive oil. Here's the thing. Olive oil has an exceptional health profile. It is one of the highest anti-inflammatory oils that we know of, and it's been linked to lower blood pressure, reduced cholesterol, even improved blood vessel function, so flowing to the heart. But the biggest challenge with olive oil is, please understand this, you should not cook with it. Don't heat it up. It's designed for dressings, to be on salads, or to be taken orally directly or rubbed onto your skin. Olive oil is by far one of the healthiest oils you can use for external use and also keep it cold. Hey, so we have a commercial break coming up, and I want to tell you about one thing. I'm hosting a webinar on the 13th of next month. It's at 10 a.m. in the comfort of your home, and if you are looking to heal from a condition, it could be blood pressure issues or cholesterol problems or diabetes. I've seen clients basically shake these issues in as little as 30 days, sometimes maybe just as much as 6 months. You can solve your health issues if you figure out the underlying root cause, and I'm offering you a free webinar so we can do that. 704-906-2094. Call it or text with your name and email, and we can register you for that free event. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Ever been to the beach and you want to bottle up the feeling of relaxation and take it home with you? Lake Norman Salt Spa offers just that. In just one 30-minute session, you are immersed in a climate-controlled salt room with pure pharmaceutical-grade mineral salt, similar to sea salt. One 30-minute session is like going to the beach for the entire day. You not only receive the anti-aging benefits of the salt like you would at the beach, but you're also benefiting from recharging your body's natural battery. The standard American lifestyle exposes you to toxins and stress, which drains your battery, accelerating the aging process and developing disease. You can recharge your battery by surrounding yourself in an environment that is negatively charged, like mineral salt. The more negative ions in your system, the better you feel, and most importantly, the better you heal. On top of all these amazing benefits, the therapy is done in a completely sterile environment. Call the Lake Norman Salt Spa today for 50% off your first session. Call 704-997-5890. That's 704-997-5890.
Today, Monticello has a population of 126. It's a small enough town, everybody knows everybody. There are no stoplights in Monticello, so if you're driving too fast, you're going to miss it. But if you happen to turn in, you're going to run across a great Protestant church that has services every Sunday morning. You can go to the post office, and the postmaster's name is Randy. He's always glad to see you. Everybody in town knows everybody. When you walk in the bank, you're called to by your first name. You're not just an account number. We've started the business there 10 years ago, and very slowly, surely, we've built up a business that actually reaches out and touches all 50 states and several foreign countries. At the turn of the century, diabetes was almost non-existent. But if you turn the clock up 100 years to 2000, we have runaway epidemic of diabetes. When I went to school, nobody had ADD. I mean, you look at the modern school today, you've got kids taking medicine, and this is all driven off a diet. And it's so simple just to get back to the foundations of good, healthy diet, and by consuming, grass-fed beef, organic vegetables, getting away from processed foods. This is a paddock move. These animals are coming into this paddock. This has been at rest for probably 30 days, and as soon as they come in here, you can watch their habits. They're going to put their nose down. They're going right after high quality forage.
What I've done here today is give them a fresh strip of grass controlled by this tape over here. This has given them a very consistent ration from day to day. This is an example of what they're getting to eat right now.
But you can just observe the humor of the animals. This is the happiest time of the day. I call it ice cream and cookies. Looking down on the ground, on the landscape here, we have a lot of clovers. We've got annual forages, perennial forages, and a lot of the native forages have come back. The blue stems, the Indian grasses, they're much more prevalent in June and July, but the old seed stock is here. But if we manage the landscape like it should be managed, 25% of the public has never heard of CLA, but it's one of the best kept secrets in agriculture in these grazing animals. You get it from grass-fed beef, grass-fed lamb, grass-fed bison. And you might ask, what does CLA do? A very unique compound, one of the best things you could consume from the standpoint of cancer. It's very effective against cancer. It's very effective against diabetes. Research out of Purdue has documented that. A lot of animal trials, now human trials. And most interestingly, it actually helps the body put on lean muscle and reduce fat. 90% of the cattle in this country or more end up going into a commercial feedlot where they're slowly converted from a grazing diet over to a starch diet. When you fill the animal full of starch, you completely change the chemistry of the finished product, and you end up with an omega-6-3 ratio 20-1, 18-1, and the CLA production is almost nil because of the starch diet.
I don't think that you can beat this example right here where the sun's energy is producing this grass, and this grass is producing these cattle without having any antibiotics, growth promotants, or grain fed to them.
Grass-fed beef is a unique opportunity for you to take control of your health. I've taken control of my health over the last 10 years. I feel better, I feel stronger. Our animals eat right, so you can too.
Purity Coffee is setting a new standard for healthy coffee. We lab test to be free of pesticides, mold, and mycotoxins, and we roast for high antioxidant and low acrylamide levels. When it comes to your coffee, purity matters. You will be able to taste and feel the difference. For first-time customers, we are offering 15% off new orders with the code YouTube. A lot of our customers say that purity makes them feel as good as it tastes.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. You're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Hey, it's a show where pounds are shed, disease is dead, and where you can be set free from your health problems. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and I love that you're here on this beautiful Saturday. We're talking about how you can radically transform your health if you give your kitchen and your body an oil change. And when I talk about oils, I'm talking about fats. The kinds of fats you eat or cook with could be either the most outrageous healing process or the most detrimental, inflammatory, and harmful process. And that's why I say one of the most important things you can ever do is give your kitchen and your body an oil change. And so what are the oils we want to focus on? We're discussing the top 11 healthy fats that you can eat that the research has evident that it can clean your arteries, decrease your blood pressure, decrease your numbers like sugars and triglycerides and cholesterols, and help you to burn more fat, have more energy, and even look more youthful. We talked briefly about cooking with coconut oils and butter and avocado oils. And I had a listener, I guess, text in over the last commercial break, texting to find out information about our webinar. Love it. Got them registered. But also with a question on how can you use these oils externally just as much as we cook with them. So we're going to talk about that. But it made me think about this. Did you miss the opportunity we have to register for that webinar I'm hosting on the 13th of next month? It's a Saturday, and 2 weeks from today, it's at 10 a.m. And this is a unique one, guys. I am customizing the event to you. That's right. If you have a health issue, I need to know a little bit more about it. And what we're going to do is register you so that when we hop on that webinar, I will come at you and say, okay, those of you who say, I want to get rid of my diabetes, here's what you need to focus on. Here's what you need to do. High blood pressure, do this and this. psoriasis, this and this, dementia, whatever your health topic is, I will discuss with you a method of testing and exploring natural healing techniques that you can do in the comfort of your home. It is that easy. All you need to do is register. Right now, text over your first and last name and your email to 704-906-2094, or you can call it 704-906-2094, and my call center and registration lines will get you registered for the event. It is completely free. It's in the comfort of your home. It's in 2 weeks, and it can transform and change your life. So on to Megan's question, right? Megan, here's how you do this, right? Any of these, with the exception of butter, we don't necessarily want you basting your body with butter daily. I think you can understand why. But we want you to use the avocado oils and the coconut oils. And in all fairness, you can even create a 50-50 blend if you like. There are some studies showing that external use of avocado and coconut oil enhances your skin, decreases wrinkles, adds to hydration, and can even help you with sort of removing sunspots and or age spots. And if you think about it, it's kind of like a method of sort of feeding your skin cells with the fats and the nutrients they need for regeneration. And so if we consume them, you're going to clean out your arteries and your vessels and your colon and your organs. And if you rub them on you externally, guess what? You're going to enhance your skin, your vibrance, your energy, and things to this effect. To be honest, Megan, the most common one that I like to use is the avocado oil, especially because it absorbs very quickly into the skin. It's non-greasy, unlike coconut oil, which can have sort of a residue. And avocado oil is extremely high in vitamin E, which is also a very well-known skin oil if you want to talk about skin healing. So if you have a question for me during the show, hey, reach down right there. You have a comment field either on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and just hit a comment up and I can answer them in between commercial breaks. So we have avocado oil, we have butter, we have coconut oil, we talked about olive oil, and the most cautionary aspect of olive oil is do not cook with it. Next, I want to talk about the fatty fishes and your fish oils, because a lot of times we start talking about like being deficient in omega-3 fatty acids and how it causes inflammation. So yes, fish oil is important. No, you're not going to cook with fish oils, but you're going to be able to consume them directly by eating the smaller fatty fish or taking a supplement. The 3 best fishes to consume, the 3 best fish to consume: salmon, which is about as big as we'd like to go, sardines, which are phenomenal, great source of omega oils and the anti-inflammatory alpha-linoleics and the DHAs and the ALAs, and also sardines. Those are the top 3 sort of medium to small fish you should be eating regularly. If you don't like fish or you can't eat fish, then we definitely want to take some sort of a fish oil supplement. And I like preferably cod liver oil, krill oil, or any of the vegetable-based omega oils, so like flax and chia and hemp and things to this effect. Any of these omega oils should never be heated, never be cooked with, because they're not very stable, and you lose the anti-inflammatory power that you get out of them. Okay, number 6, nut and seed oils. And these are extremely powerful for multiple reasons. You can very simply start consuming them and eating them by incorporating more butters into your diet. So like Brazil nut butter or almond butter or cashew butter, even things like sunflower seed butters. Now, we have a lot more to talk about, and I have to tell you about one thing. Again, that registration line is texting like crazy, so apparently we're striking a nerve in regards to you becoming your own healer. If you want to kick a medication to the curb, 704-906-2094. I'm seeing text after text come in, so I love it. Name, email, and your first and last name, and your email. It's all we need, and we can register you immediately. 704-906-2094. It's the Self-Healing, No MD Required webinar on the 13th of next month at 10 a.m. It's the Ask Dr. Aaron Show. We'll be right back.
Ever been to the beach and you want to bottle up the feeling of relaxation and take it home with you? Lake Norman Salt Spa offers just that. In just one 30-minute session, you are immersed in a climate-controlled salt room with pure pharmaceutical-grade mineral salt, similar to sea salt. One 30-minute session is like going to the beach for the entire day. You not only receive the anti-aging benefits of the salt like you would at the beach, but you're also benefiting from recharging your body's natural battery. The standard American lifestyle exposes you to toxins and stress, which drains your battery, accelerating the aging process and developing disease. You can recharge your battery by surrounding yourself in an environment that is negatively charged, like mineral salt. The more negative ions in your system, the better you feel, and most importantly, the better you heal. On top of all these amazing benefits, the therapy is done in a completely sterile environment. Call the Lake Norman Salt Spa today for 50% off your first session. Call 704-997-5890. That's 704-997-5890.
Sterling believes in the science of CBD. Here's 3 great reasons to choose Sterling CBD. Reason number 1, Sterling is pure CBD. Sterling CBD is made from pure CBD isolate. We remove all the THC and unnecessary compounds, leaving only pure CBD. Reason number 2, backed by science. The U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, USADA, has approved CBD for U.S. Olympic athletes, but they only approve pure CBD, like Sterling CBD. Reason number 3, our organic hemp is FDA approved. At Sterling CBD, we quality control test at every manufacturing stage. We start with organic hemp plants and track them to our FDA-registered food-grade extraction facility. Our pure CBD products include capsules, isolates, lotions, and oils. We even have CBD pet products. You can find Sterling CBD at drernstscbd.com. Use the coupon code Dr. Ernst for 20% off your order.
So this is the difference between biodynamic and conventional farming. Just look at the difference in vineyards here. You have very green grass and herbs and life growing, and then dead soil over here. So this is a conventional vineyard where they spray pesticides, they use a lot of tractors to pull up the soil. This soil is dead, it's dry. There's no life. This is Klaus's vineyard. It's farmed biodynamically. Everything is picked by hand and they don't use any chemicals. So there's life, there's green grass, everything grows. This is the big disparity between conventional farming and biodynamic farming, and you can see it perfectly side by side. We prefer this wine, of course, because this wine is dead. There's nothing living in it.
Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Hey, you're listening to the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. I'm your host, Dr. Aaron Ernst, and welcome to the incredible topic of the hour on the 11 healthy healing fats. And if you're just tuning in and you're thinking, wait, we need to eat fats to get healthy and healing? Yes, you do. But I'm not talking about the toxic or what I'll call sort of unhealthy fats. Those are the ones we want to avoid 100%. Corn oils, Wesson, canola, any processed and or hydrogenated oils. The I can't believe it's not butters or any of those substitutes. Very dangerous, cause tremendous amounts of health problems. And what we want to do is incorporate these healing fats. From the top, just because we need to list them again for you, avocado oils, phenomenal. Butter, phenomenal. Coconut oil, an exceptional oil. Virgin olive oils, as long as you don't cook them, keep them kind of cold and or used externally or into your salads and things like that. The fish oils that we're either consuming through the foods we eat, the fish we're consuming, and or the supplements we take. And we're on to number 6, which are the nuts and seeds and or their oils. You know, the unique thing about nuts and seeds is honestly it's one of the easiest things you can do to increase your healthy plant-based omega fats. How hard is it to just grab a couple of Brazil nuts, macadamia nuts, walnuts, pecans, etc., and make a little snack mix out of them and eat them daily? Super easy to do. But I do want to talk about some that most people aren't incorporating truly into their diet the way that they should. Flax, chia, and hemp seeds. These fats come specifically from a type of oil that is secreted when you either soak them or grind them into a powder and then consume them. They are by far some of the highest fiber, lowest glycemic index healthy fats that you can do. And honestly, if you simply either sprinkle them onto a smoothie, put them into a smoothie, or sort of use them as a garnish when you're eating avocados or your eggs or any sort of healthier fat, great way to increase the healing power of the nut and seed oils. There are some studies showing that hazelnuts, Brazil nuts, and macadamia nuts are extremely high in vitamin E, and offer a type of acid called oleic acid, which can actually increase heart health. And it just takes 5 grams of them per day, which is not a lot. I want to talk to you about another fat that many of you have probably either said, no, I don't want to do that. There's too much cholesterol in those things. I want to avoid eggs. But in actuality, we're now discovering that the right types of eggs can have tremendous health effects as they carry a lot of healthy fats and other nutrients. One thing in addition to fats that eggs are found to have is choline. And choline can help to not only keep your brain healthy, but it's actually been shown that if you eat pasture-raised free-range eggs that are high in choline, you can decrease your cholesterol relationships and help to starve down things like high blood sugars, high cholesterols, high triglycerides, and even high blood pressure. Listen to this. In 2016, a study was done with over 40 different adults that ate eggs at multiple times throughout the week. They were measuring their blood sugars and found that those people who ate at least 2 eggs per day had better responses with their blood sugars than those who ate 1 or none. Also, we tend to find that many of you might be afraid of the yolk. And what you'll find is if the chicken is eating a healthy pattern, either it's all on its own, foraging for its food like spiders and worms and things like that, as opposed to being fed grains and feed, you tend to have an extremely orange yolk that's very high in anti-inflammatory fats. Also, they found that it's higher in the abilities to lower your cholesterol. So we want to eat really clean animal proteins. Chicken must be free-range and organic and or pasture-raised. Now, here's the unique thing behind meat-based fats. Okay, so we're talking about beef. And I want to talk just briefly about this because, again, red meats have gotten such a bad name as of late when it comes to heart disease that even still today, I have clients and patients saying, I don't eat any red meats. I had heart issues in the past. I don't ever want to have it again. I'm never eating red meat again. Well, you're missing out on a specific type of fat called conjugated linoleic acid, which is found actually in grass-fed meats. Conjugated linoleic acid has multiple studies behind it on reducing risk for heart disease. Isn't that interesting? The very steak that you've been avoiding your whole life may actually be the steak you need to eat to help your heart to heal. But what's more important is, how did that cow eat? Grass-fed beef is considered safer than conventional grain-fed and or hormone antibiotic-fed beef. Remember the phrase, you are what you eat. Well, in actuality, you are what your food ate. So if you eat really healthy food products and animals that are healthy in a good, healthy state, you will have great health. And there's multiple studies showing what got the bad rap behind meat and heart disease is the fact that a lot of conventional American beef is corn-fed. In fact, we even pride ourselves on the fact that we have these Black Angus massaged corn-fed cows that you're going to pay $60 to have a really nice steak with. No, avoid those like the plague. Instead, run to your local health food store, grab a grass-fed filet and or beef steak, whatever, cook it in the comfort of your own home, and you can have an actual heart-healthy meal. Number 9 on our healthy fats to add to our diet is MCT oil, aka medium chain triglyceride oils. I love these oils, partly because they have been shown to boost a ketone body, which is a fat-burning byproduct that helps your body to burn fat, and is a favorite amongst those of you who are doing either ketogenic or cellular healing diets. MCT oils also have an exceptional ability to help seal your intestines, enhance mobility. So if you're someone who struggles with regularity, as I call it, you definitely want to incorporate more MCT oils into your diet. One of the easiest ways to do that is to simply put a tablespoon or 2 into your morning coffee or tea, blend it around, and not only do you have this double whammy of healthy fats, but you're also building ketone bodies which keep you full, help you to enhance your fat burning process, and are exceptionally anti-inflammatory. Number 11, it comes with a little caveat because the only type of dairy I'm ever going to recommend is raw, unpasteurized cheese. Partly because here we are in the Carolinas, going to get raw milk is something that you just can't physically do. And it also begs a question, why would we make raw milk illegal and unavailable to obtain? Well, there must be some sort of healing power and component behind this. Full-fat dairies, if you actually look at the fat itself, the cream or the heavy whipping part of it, if you let it settle down, has an exceptional amount of minerals, vitamins, nutrients, enzymes, and other active healing components that you don't find in conventional, what I'll call processed and or corn-fed styles of milk products. If you're going to eat dairy and get fat from your dairy, it must be, in my opinion, in the form of cheese, and be that raw cheese. Also because we want the healthy bacteria that can help to coat and help to seal your intestines, rebuild your microbiome, enhance your immune response, and also cheese has found to have exceptionally high levels of fat. So it's a great sort of midday snack, a little bit of protein, almost no carbohydrates, lots and lots of fat. It helps you to stay full. It helps to boost your immune response. It helps to heal your intestines. It's also been shown to boost your ketone states, which makes you, again, burn more fat. I think number 11 is going to be one that all of you just say, thank God, Dr. Ernst, that you gave this one fat an accolade and a praise. Why'd you save it for the end? Why wasn't this one at the top of the list? Well, dark chocolate is a phenomenal fat. The only reason I didn't put it at the top of the list is, by definition, most of you have a really hard time finding a true, organic, raw dark chocolate. They do exist. You need to hunt for them. And the rule is that we don't want to go less than 70% on the cacao, which is the sort of source of chocolate. If we can find an 80, a 90, a 95, or even 100% cacao, you are hitting the mark with this healthy fat. Chocolate's been found to be loaded with antioxidants, which helps to prevent sort of an oxidative reaction that's occurring at all times within the human body. Flavonoids are inside of there that have been shown to improve heart health and lower blood pressure, and listen to this, get more blood flowing to your brain and your heart. I think that's why sometimes when people eat a little square of chocolate that's raw or organic or high on the cacao, not only do you just feel this sense of warmth and sort of like satiety, it just feels good, right? We're eating chocolate, but it's actually been shown to stimulate neurotransmitters within your brain that can help you to heal. Now, again, not all dark chocolate is made the same, so make sure you're looking for the lowest carbohydrate, highest fat percentage, 90, 95, 100, nothing lower than 70. And the beautiful part of adding these fats to your diet is it can exceptionally help you to activate a healing process. Now, I think a question I'm surprised none of you have asked, but we'll just go ahead and answer it for you because I came prepared for your health today, is how much fat do you actually need to eat on a daily basis? I'm telling you to eat lots and lots and lots of fat, yet when you go online and you look at nutrition labels, it'll say eat as low fat as you can. It's pretty much a very simple equation. All you have to do is find out how much do you weigh and what is your body fat percentage. Now, most of you, that's going to require getting a scale or looking at some sort of metric, but let's just assume the average person usually carries around 20 to 25% of their fat. So take your body weight, reduce it by 25%, and that is the amount of grams of fat you need to eat. Minimum for most healthy adults, 120 grams a day. Some of you need 130, 140, etc. Load up on these healthy healing fats, the 11 I gave to you today, and you can drastically see cholesterol, triglycerides, blood sugars, and your health return to normal. If you need some professional assistance on getting off of medication or making a drastic lifestyle change, my webinar is on the 13th of next month. It's at 10 a.m., and this is your last chance today to register. 704-906-2094. Text your name and your email, and we'll register you immediately, or you can call my call center, and they'll get you set. Thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you guys each and every week. It's the Ask Dr. Ernst Show. Adios until next week.